Sziasztok! Üdvözlök szépen mindenkit! Itt is vagyok a következő live-val. Hát, egy nagyon jó hírrel kezdeném, ugyanis gyereknap folyamán annyi zseppénzt tudtam összeszedni, hogy meg tudtam venni az új DLC-t, a Grey Moon, jól mondom ki, ugye? Ezt az új vérfarkasos, vámpíros kiadást, és nagyon jó az új videó hozzá, amit közzétettek. Ugye upgrade-eltem a játékot, ezáltal meg a betöltéskor akkor egy új videó jelent meg, ami ugye hasonlított részben, de azért módosítottak rajta, hogy Skyrimot hozták be ezáltal, ha minden igaz a játékba, és ennek szerintem én örülök is. A DLC-nek hála pedig kaptam egy új lovat, ami látható is a háttérbe. Kaptam 2 petet, az egyik ez az elefánt itt a jobbomon, a másik meg egy denevér, hát a denevér az biztos, hogy nem, főleg most, hogy koronavírus van meg minden, az semmiképp. Kaptam egy ládát is, nem. Amit először kaptam a ló, az elefánt pet, és kaptam egy Skyrim-es királyi ruhát is, majd megmutatom, és kaptam még egy ládát, amit lehet vásárolgatni pénzért, nem fogok. Az például 3 dolog volt benne, az egyik az a denevérpet, a másik meg 2 darab festés, az egyik az arcomra, a másik meg az egész testemre, amit be is raktam, mint láthatjátok. Nagyon tetszett ez a festék. Így az arcomon is mutatom, hogy nagyon állati jól néz ki. Na, és akkor megnézem, hogy minden rendben van-e az OBS-sel. Igen. Rendi check van. És meg a gyereknapi pénzemből még annyira futottam, mert éppen kiárusítás van, ilyen nagy egérpadok terén, amit már régóta terveztem, hogy veszek, csak túl drága volt úgy egérpadhoz. Itt is a vámpír öltözetet, nézd már, még üvölt az elefánt. Új fegyverek, ruha, ez menni. És akkor ebbe van a ruha. Ja. Itt az arcfestés, itt a kosztum, itt ez a jár ruha, ami ugye a királyoknak volt. Ezt kaptam koronával együtt. De maradunk az eredeti ruhámnál. Itt a kis elefánt, és akkor, ja meg, magyaráztam, igen, ez az egérpad, épp kiárusításon, képzeljétek el, 80%-os akcióval meg lehetett vásárolni, meg is vásároltam, még akkor ezzel a játékkal együtt gyereknapon, nem, ezt a játékot utána, igen, hét elején, és akkor kaptam az SMS nemrég, hogy ma fél egytől várható a csomag is, hát király. Nagyon hamar ki is szállítják, ennek nagyon örülök, majd annyi lesz, hogy az lesz bökkönő, hogyha még gépen live-olok, akkor ott vége is van a live-nak. Kivettem az áfát, bocsánat, de egy kicsit zavart üvöltözése. És a másik meg, hogy most nem egy külön videóba készítettem el. Vettem a boltban egy újfajta itókát, amire nem volt megadva, hogy milyen ízű, nekem kell kitalálni. Várom, hogy majd milyen íze lesz. És hol hagytuk abba? Inventory jól van. Fér bele, felénél van. Ki kell menni a városból. Ja, vejával kell találkozni. Eléggé kíváncsi leszek majd, amikor elérünk oda történet szempontjából ehhez a DLC-hez, hogy milyen lesz. Pakke, ez mi? Áú, pakke, meg ezek is ott vannak. Hát nézd, milyen messzire eltalál. Hubba akadtam. Ez érdekes volt már megint, hogy csak úgy rám nyomulnak. Ó, vas. Itt ne hagyjuk, kell. Nem, ez a két... Az a tűzdobálós nyavaja pont ott volt, ahova mennem kell. Hogy? Nem áll, hogy ott meg húzzabáló van. Mindenütt van valami. Ja, oké. Gondolkoztam, hogy vajon melyikkel kell. Ja, hogy ez a kézék. Szóval.
You're here, I'm here, the damn cultists are here. You know who isn't here? Battler and his squad. They're probably hiding. Or dead. They better not be dead.
Ez zöldalma. Finom. Imádom a zöldalmát.
Naryu's probably busy clearing her writ, and we don't have time to wait. This opportunity to learn more about what happened to Olran won't last much longer. We need to find that squad of soldiers. Fine. You wait for Naryu. I'm going to go and find those soldiers.
Várjál már, hát nem egy már vesztett be.
Their orders were to scout the old stronghold. I suggest we search along the outskirts and see if we can pick up their trail. A bedroll, still wrapped and ready to use. Standard issue for a veteran soldier.
Úgy kéne bemenni, hogy ne kerülhessünk harcba. Bakker. Honnan jött ez?
I say we go out and slaughter every Ashlander tribe in Vardenfell.
Érdekes páncélzatok van, meg kell hagyni. Azt hogy nézem meg, mikor ott vannak annyian?
I can't believe they stole our holy relic. When we catch those things, we ought to toss them into Red Mountain.
What the heck is that? Bakker. Oké, van egy kulcsom. Hát ezzel medzekkenőmentesen. Ó, hát itt valakiket felnyásoltak.
Corporal Darvel. I knew him. But the others, they're civilians. They must have taken Tellem's soldiers inside.
How bad is it? Can the High Priestess replace the item?
Let's find the soldiers and get out of here before these stupid cultists realize what's happening.
Nincs senki. Na, most már van.
Who's that? We won't let you take us without a fight. Wait, Bea.
Thank the three! You're all still alive!
Ezért... Mozgom. Mi volt ez? Na. Te mit keresed ott?
Do you think we had anything to do with that?
We ought to toss them into Red Mountain.
I'm not sure what you and Vea are doing here, but let us out. Then we can return Vea to her father. Councillor Eris has been terribly worried since she disappeared. This isn't the time or the place to have that discussion. Get the key to this cage and then we can find a private place to talk. One of the cultists carries the key. I don't think he's too far away. We hear him patrolling around every so often. Free us, and I'll tell you whatever you want to know. You have my word as a veteran and as an officer.
You find the key. Me and Vatala. We're going to have a little chat while we're waiting.
Rendben.
I'm just trying to protect you.
From what? The truth? Oh, please. I want to know who did this to my brother.
Kínozd meg szépen.
Another sacrifice for the Prince of Bargains.
Na már.
Ashlanders find out about the relic.
Betray us like this?
Freya, wait! You can't leave us like this! I knew I shouldn't have told Veya the truth. I just made everything worse. Please let us out of here. We have to stop Veya before she does something she'll regret. I told her what she wanted to hear. I was with Captain Ulran the day everything happened. I was commanded to lure the Ashlanders to town and set up a situation for Ulran to deal with. My orders were to invite the Ashlanders to Balmora to trade, send some local toughs to instigate a commotion, and then get Ulran to investigate. It was just supposed to be a loyalty test. Who expected Ulran to kill his own soldier to save a savage? Captain Briven, though he was still a lieutenant at the time. As soon as I explained all this to Veya, her face turned dark and she stormed out of here. I think she's going to Balmora to kill him. You need to let me out so I can warn the captain. How dare you! When House Redoran hears about this, you're going to regret your actions.
Nem hiszem.
Give me a moment with one of the survivors.
Olyat tett, amit nem szabadott volna. Olyat tett az a srác, amit nem bocsátható meg.
Get your ass over here, hero. We've got a situation and it's not good.
Mi lett a hangoddal?
I leave you and Vea alone for a couple of hours and everything goes to oblivion in an ore cart. Why did Vea leave the safe house? And why is House Redrun tearing the city apart to find her?
Milyen volt a hangja, én úgy emlékszem.
You did what? I suppose you thought that was a good idea? Well, the damage is done. At least tell me you found something to make this debacle a little more palatable. That explains why Vea broke into the kin house. I'm not sure what happened in there, but she certainly stirred up the Redrun soldiers. Vea might still be inside. Or she might have given them the slip. She could be anywhere by now. If Vea kills Brivin without a writ, the Morog Tong and House Redrun will both want her head on a silver platter. You check the kin house. I'll grab Ashur and see if we can pick up Vea's trail in the streets. Don't let me down, hero.
Mindjárt oda megyek, csak amit szereztem, azt már eladom.
I can't believe Lord Vivek wouldn't see worshippers today.
He's a living god.
Azon az oldalon van a kocsma.
Busy. We should have waited longer.
I know.
What is with all the Redrun soldiers? Did something happen?
I wonder if it has something to do with the councillor's daughter. She's been missing for weeks now.
How's Lalu?
Ráadásul zöld volt.
All are welcome.
Ugyebár múltkor nagyon elment a pénzem a receptek terén, hogy tudjak főzni, csak még nem jöttem rá, hogy hol tudnék.
Scour the streets, search the buildings. Vea Releth does not leave this city.
Mit trappol ez? Ki? Ja, te.
The young woman, she killed them all. Didn't say a word, just walked in, drew her blades and cut down every soldier who tried to stop her.
And her eyes. I never saw such rage as I saw in her eyes. She headed upstairs to Captain Briven's apartment, I think. I can't believe she killed all these soldiers. No, she totally ignored us. Just the soldiers. Nobody else was harmed.
Na, azzal legalább van esze. Vagy csak a katonákat.
Does nobody care?
Legalább annyi esze volt, hogy senki más nem öl meg.
I don't know if I can go on.
Hoppá. Ez problém.
What's the meaning of this? Where are the soldiers? If you're looking for my husband, I'll tell you the same thing that I told that brazen young woman. The council is meeting outside Balmora, and Briven is protecting the councillors. Now, if you don't mind, I've had more than enough excitement for one day. I could barely make sense of the nonsense she was spouting. It was Vea, Councillor Eris's daughter. Everything she said was a ramble. Something about my husband betraying her brother, that my Briven had to suffer just as she was suffering. She had a knife, but no, she didn't harm me. She said her brother wouldn't hurt an innocent, that I wasn't responsible for his death. Do you have any idea what she was talking about? Because I certainly don't. You shouldn't get involved. That young woman will hasten her own death if she thinks she can get past my husband and his soldiers. But if you insist, the meeting is taking place at the garrison north of Balmora. Dead soldiers? They were just protecting the kin house. I'll go stay with my sister in Vivek. Briven is the finest soldier I know. He'll set Vea straight. I'm sure of it.
Legalább eszénél van, hogy ártatlanokat nem gyilkol, csak a katonákat. Hát azok között is lehet ártatlan igazság szerint, de ki tudja.
What am I to do?
Please tell me you found Vea. I can already feel the cold steel of the executioner's blade on the back of my neck. Is Vea trying to get herself killed? You can't just barge into a veteran garrison and ask the soldiers to stand aside while you murder their captain. We have to get to her before she gets to Briven. She murdered soldiers without a writ. This is a dark path she's decided to follow. And unless we play this just right, it's not going to end well for any of us. Let's find Vea and put a stop to this. We can deal with any consequences after that.
Muszáj nyomolni. Egyébként nézzétek el, nekem néha belegabajodok, hogy mikor mit kell használni, mert most egy olyan sorozatban vagyok, amiben hasonló dolgok kat is lehet csinálni, meg egyebeket. És a legelején egy kicsit belekavarodtam hirtelen a billentyűző kiosztásba.
I don't like the looks of this. Brivin is using war claws to patrol the garrison instead of veteran soldiers. Either house forces are stretched thinner than I thought, or Brivin wants to justify the use of mercenaries to the council. Maybe nothing, maybe everything. We know Ulron refused to employ mercenaries. He hated counting on thugs to do the right thing. I expect the veteran council feels the same. Maybe Brivin's trying to show them what the war claws can do.
De jó.
The war claws may be a
Nem csak Veját kell
I can
megvédenünk.
explain killing these bastards a lot easier than trying to wipe Redwin blood off my hands. Let's go stop Veya. I'm ready when you are, hero. There's no stealthy way to approach this. The front door's our only option. Then we track down Brivin, find Veya, bonk her on the head, and get her out of here before she does something I can't fix. Easy as gore apple pie.
Figyelj, ha nem ő végez vele, akkor tudja, hogy én fogok azzal Manusszal végezni. Oh, ez jó rövid út. Mágiát kell hozzá használnom, hogy működjön ez a cucli. Azt animát váltam, hogy feltöltődjön.
Glad to see we all made it. Now let's find Brivin before Veya skewers him.
Ja, hogy beszélnem kellett.
Like many veteran structures, this place is huge and designed to serve a multitude of purposes. We're going to need to split up to cover it all. We must find Brivin and keep him alive until I can talk some sense into my damn apprentice. He's going to be as mad as a bull netch and twice as ugly.
Jó kis pengéje.
We're here to save his sorry hide, and that we're not part of a plot to kill him and the councillors. Just another day at the fair, right, hero?
Let's do this.
But the alternative is worse.
Nothing yet, eh? I hear voices behind this door, but it's locked tight. Keep looking, hero.
Megmondanád a barátodnak a padlón keresztül? Lövöldözzön rám. Na, ez így érdekes lesz. Hál már le! Padlón keresztül.
I haven't so much as heard or seen even a whisper of Briven yet. Just lots of snarling war claws. If we can't get through this door, there's only one other way to go. It's always important to figure out where a target keeps its wine. In this case, down in the cellars. There's a staircase back where we first came in. And if we still don't find Briven or Vea, well, at least there'll be plenty to drink. And I'll figure out how to get this door open, just in case. You know, attending a House Redoran Council meeting was always a secret goal of mine. Right after getting a lusty Argonian maiden to scrape my flesh raw with her abrasive tongue.
Pues vamos.
You can't be too careful with enemies.
De hogy nem píja el talán? Most ez komoly?
You will give Khajiit some more sugar, yes?
Soon we'll have a permanent job in House Redoran, yes?
Hát meg... És egyedül kell csinálnom.
Kill the intruders! They have interfered for the last time!
Savat kapsz! De tudtam, hogy megölnek! De legalább nem messze, nem kintre hajított a ház elé. De akkor is hát 3-an voltak, hát hogy lehessen egyedül átnyutnom rajtuk. Ez visszaspannol. Hát ezt nem hiszem el.
Kill the intruders. They have interfered for the last time.
Jó, most megnöveltem a HP-m, most látom. Akkor jó, hogy bevettem azokat a cuccokat.
Going on down here? It sounds like a... You! What are you doing here? Explain yourself! What in the name of the three are you up to? I thought you worked for Councillor Eris. You better have a damn good reason for killing the mercenary leader. I ought to sound the alarm and let her warriors deal with the likes of you. Vea? She's barely out from under her mother's apron and she presumes to judge my actions? No matter. Whatever your motives, nothing justifies the blatant killing of Ferhara and her mercenaries. Councillor Eris can't protect you this time, Outlander. Ah, now everything becomes clear. Vea learned something of her brother's fate and wants to retaliate. Then let her come. But know this, I merely set the events in motion. I didn't conceive the plan. You're looking for the responsible party. Then look no further than Councillor Eris. He wanted to prove his son's loyalty to the House, to show that Oren's fascination with the savage Ashlanders hadn't corrupted him. Well, look how that turned out. A test Oren failed. Eris was devastated when his son sided with the savages, and his daughter ran away. He decided to resign. He'll make the announcement today. Eris hopes to restore his family, but I think it's a lost cause.
Sejtettem, hogy Vea az.
That's for Oren. Choke on your own blood, you bastard. My father, the entire council, they're all guilty. They all have to die. I have to do this, so stay out of my way.
Vea killed Briven. Without a writ. It was pure, focused rage. I never expected her to go through with it. If Vea doesn't get herself killed up there, the Morag Tong will hunt her down and execute her, like a rabid gua. Her and me both. I'm not sure they deserve to be saved, but that's what we have to do. Vea can't be allowed to kill the councillors. We have to stop her. It's more than me and Vea's lives on the line. Something like this could destroy the Morag Tong. The Morag Tong only recently began to find acceptance again. Vea's actions don't just reflect badly on me. They could be used to force us back into the shadows, maybe even disband us all together. We're both going to have to answer for this. We have to get ahead of her. Cut her off. There's a door on the main floor, near the kitchens, that should allow us to come at the council meeting from another direction. I was able to get it open when I was scouting around up there. Let's go. Nothing's more important than reaching the council meeting. If the mercenaries get in our way, cut them down.
Komoly, hogy ha megint harcolnom kell.
Everyone, calm down. Councillor Eris will deal with this. We're safe in here. There's no need to panic.
No need to panic. She's cut down every mercenary in her way. Her father won't be able to stop her.
Veya's getting close. We're running out of time.
Jó, ott erre kell mennem. Frásznak van ekkora ház itt.
Let me try to open this door.
Pakke, ott van Veja.
Daughter, I'm so sorry. I never meant for any of this to happen.
Come on, stubborn, stupid lock.
Father, why? Does the house really matter more than your own son?
I needed to protect Ulron, to prove his loyalty. If I could do it all over again.
But you can't. None of us can. That's
Veya,
why I
no!
have to do this.
That's an order!
Oh. Legalább nem maradtam le a műsorról.
I'm not your apprentice anymore. The house has grown corrupt, evil. That's why all the councillors have to die.
A frásznak szórakoztál ennyit?
No more rules, no more secrets. House Redoran falls today.
Enough, Veya! This isn't the way!
No, ez mi volt?
Veya's down. It's over.
So much bloodshed. So much needless death. If only Eris would have listened. Outlander, we should speak. I think we can help one another. The Morag Tong agent. She cares deeply for Veya, doesn't she? It takes great courage to go against your heart and do what you know is best. You both did that by protecting the Council. For that, you have my thanks. A series of regrettable decisions led to this family tragedy, and most of them were made by Eris Relith. I knew of Ulron's compassion concerning the Ashlanders. It was unorthodox, but not worthy of the punishment meted out. Eris was wrong. Eris convinced Briven to test Ulron. Then the two of them decided to slaughter the Ashlanders. Oh, the Council allowed itself to be convinced that exile was an appropriate punishment, but we were wrong to let it go as far as it did. I didn't say that, but we're not butchers. We do not hire mercenary thugs to wipe out an entire people. This gathering was to deal with that. Eris planned to step down, and we were going to demote Briven for the part he played. House Redorin behaved poorly. Morag Tong rules were violated. I suggest we make sure these details never see the light of day. Leave the bodies where they are. We will say that Veya died protecting her father and the Council from the War Claws.
Hoppá. Az jó kis cselszövés lesz akkor.
Cooperate with House Redorin and hold your tongues. It's as simple as that. I shall return to the Council meeting and conclude our business. When we're finished, I expect you and Naryu to both be gone. That is all.
I'm not sure about this. It's a generous offer, but those are some big secrets to sweep under a rug. Besides, Veya isn't dead. At least not yet. She's still breathing. The High Counselor thinks we killed her. The deal hinges upon all of us forgetting this sorry mess ever happened. Besides, once Veya regains her senses, there's every likelihood that she'll try to kill the counselors again. When have I ever been able to convince Veya to do anything she didn't want to do? There's Redorin blood on Veya's hands. Once the Morag Tong ties those unauthorized murders to her, she's as good as dead anyway, and, more than likely, so am I. I don't see many options. We can either finish off Veya now, and go along with the High Counselor's deception, or we slip out of here with Veya and send her far, far away. She broke her vows and deserves to die. I know that, but it still feels wrong.
Második esély.
You're right. If anyone's to blame for all this, it's me. I wasn't a good enough mentor. If for no other reason, Veya deserves a second chance. Look, you need to leave. We'll meet back in Bormra. And Hero. Thanks.
Szívesen.
Go on. I'll get her out of here before the Council notices and meet you in Bormra.
Sejtettem, hogy pirosak maradnak. Wow, detektív. A gyerek meg csak befut. fog tudni bemenni az ajtón. Hát, szerintem megérdemelte vele a második esélyt. Nem az egész konzulátus tehet a testvére haláláról, leginkább csak az apja.
How many times have I told you not to stick your blade in your apprentice's Nayu? She'll live, but she can't stay here. Not after what she's done.
I've got that covered. Vea won't be staying in Vardenfell. Ashur did an outstanding job. For an assassin, he's got a gift for the healing arts. Vea's going to live. Now I just have to convince her to listen to me this time. And as far as she knows, she did. Now Vea needs to disappear. Otherwise, both Redrin and the Morag tongue will go after her. Believe me, nobody survives that kind of attention. Vea didn't ask for everything that happened. She only wanted justice. I've arranged for a ship captain I know to meet us in Vivek City. From there, Vea will sail to Somerset and rendezvous with an associate of mine. He's kind of furry and a bit of an arse, but he's good people. He'll take care of Vea. As long as everyone sticks to the bargain, I go about my usual business. A writ here, a nice bath there, maybe a few intimate encounters along the way to relieve the tension, you understand. I just hope Vea's good with all this. She has to be. Always, hero.
Wow.
Oh, hey, I want you to have this. Something.
Na, kaptam két festést, meg egy pajtát.
I hope you don't leave here with the impression that all dark elves are conniving dirtbags. Some of us are also kind of sexy. Like me, for instance.
Hát abban lehet igazad, mert tényleg szexi vagy.
Naru. What happened?
Quiet, Vea. Rest now. We can talk later.
Úgy pusztum. Nem pusztum. Ma. Hát itt leginkább csak karakon van. Ezt a baltát. A főküldetésben ugye 3 terület volt megadva, abban már 2 kész is. Ezt meg fel kell venni.
The fire's warm.
World Boss-t akarja valaki. Megölni, az csapatot keresett, én ezzel nem fogok foglalkozni. Itt van, hogy ez a valami tomb. Küldetésbe hallottam, vagy kaptam, nem tudom. Ugye itt ezt a királynőt kéne megölni, de hát túl gyenge vagyok hozzá. Ez oda megy be. Ez a küldetés van ottan. Visszamegyek a bankhoz beadni azokat a dolgokat. Annál a Tombnál annyi a helyzet, hogy nem tudom, hogy hol kaptam azt a küldetést, csak megjelent ugye a térképen. Mindjárt ott vagyunk.
could give you a sign.
Nincs hozzá elég, igen. Na mindegy. Akkor, ugye az ott egyszer... Ugye itt van még néhány, tényleg déli küldik. Milyen craftolós cuccot vettem fel. Megtanulhatom gondolom a craftolást.
I would expect the name Devaith Fear to carry more. It's beyond belief that the temple keeps me waiting. Don't they realize that it's a courtesy that I'm here? My twin and I are apprentices to the great Devaith Fear. I'm here on his behalf to report to the priests about an incident which occurred near the growth site of his new tower, Tel Fear. A rift opened when we were shaping the workshop below the tower. Master Fear believes there is a connection to the living gods. He's sure to explore the rift once his expedition is assembled. My sister could tell you more if that interests you. You may take this boat to Tel Fear. Dania will be there assisting our master. She always was the lucky one. I must stay and wait for my audience with the priests.
Oda teleportáltam múltkor véletlenül.
I didn't see much myself. I was evacuated well before the threat could reach me. Many weren't so lucky. I regret I'll be reporting that most of the Telvanni working on the tower died. Not while she's with Master Fear. He would never let anything happen to her. He's very protective of us. I can't speak for the rest of you. There was some confusion on that point. The things coming out of the rift appeared to be constructs, but like nothing anyone had seen. Master Fear's theory, which is assuredly correct, was that the rift converged with Clockwork City. Master Fear said about a dozen seasoned adventurers would do. Maybe less if they had extensive experience with planar travel, but he thought that unlikely.
Az nem kell. Az majd később. Erre a craftolósra menjünk rá.
have to go, you know. I can help clean things up around here. I know how to keep a low profile.
This isn't up for debate. You're going.
You here for crafting certification? Don't worry, there's no cost involved. Your alliance covers all my fees. Once you're certified, they'll let you fulfill the crafting writs. Everyone wins. They're daily requests for crafted goods, but they're only available to certified crafters. If you can show me you know your craft, I'll get you certified. I can train and certify blacksmiths, clothiers, and woodworkers. If that sounds like something you'd want, we can get started. Excellent! We can get started whenever you're ready. Let me know if you have some time. I can train and certify you in something else.
Kösz.
Can I help you?
Buying, selling, trading.
Let me know if you have some time. I can train and certify you in something else.
Hát itt
Let me know if you have some time. Prove you know your way around a forge and I'll certify you. But you have to commit. I can only train one discipline at a time. I want you to craft a simple iron dagger. First you'll mine some iron ore, then refine the ore into iron ingots. You'll use those ingots to make the dagger. Yes, you have to prove you know your way around a blacksmithing station. Those are the rules. For now, bring me an armload of iron ore. Once you're back, you'll refine them into iron ingots. There's a place outside of town which should still have some iron ore veins. Head there and mine it for yourself. Bring me 10 solid chunks of iron ore. If those veins...
most egy kicsit ugye craftolgatunk. Amivel legalább még jobban tudom fejleszteni a craftolást.
I can help clean things up around here. I know how to keep a low profile.
This isn't up for debate. You're going.
Nara, you thought you might stop by. You probably hate me, and I completely understand. I'm still glad you showed up, though. I lost my brother. I killed my own father. I kind of went crazy out there for a while. I don't think I'll ever put this completely behind me. But I'll do what Nariu asks. I'll go away, finish my training, try to make a new start. Oh, to Somerset. But don't tell anybody. She was quite adamant about that. She's given me a letter of introduction for some highfalutin Khajiit. Works for a queen or something. Anyway, he's going to be my new mentor. Look, I'm sorry. Oran's death made me crazy. That's no excuse. But I'm never going to forgive House Redoran for the attitudes that brought us here. I'm done with them. Take care of Nariu. I don't want her to get hurt because of me.
did I know you were going to show up, hero? Can't get enough of my smiling face, hmm? I know she tried to murder a kin house full of counselors, but Thea deserves to see a friendly face before I send her away. She spilled Redrin blood without a writ. She broke the rules of the Morag Tong. As I see it, I don't have a choice. Thea needs to remain dead in the eyes of Vardenfell. Otherwise we'll all have to pay for the damage she's done. Only if it fails, and that's not going to happen. Somerset is far enough away that no one will find her. Besides, Thea needs time to heal and make a fresh start. She'll be fine. Her new mentor is a pussycat compared to me.
I've got what you need. Have a look.
Hát... Az ő élet eléggé rosszul alakul, ugyebár. Most menekülnie, bujkálnia kell. De hát jobb, mint a halál. Az eddig is ott volt? Be kell. Azért elég gyorsan kifárad a lovacska. Ez mit csinál? Meditál?
You're back. Refining ore into ingots is a good way to build your muscles. Well, in one arm. Best to switch every now and then. Otherwise, you'll be lopsided. Bring the iron ore to a blacksmithing station. If you have enough, you can refine them into iron ingots. Really put your back into it. When you have iron ingots, return to me. Look near rock formations, outcroppings, or hills. Sometimes you'll see it by streams or beaches where the water has exposed it to the elements. The same goes for most other kinds of ore. If you're in a guild, check the guild stores. They often have raw materials and refined goods for sale.
Drágán.
Of course, you can always trade with a friend. Bring some iron ore to a blacksmithing station. You can refine it there to get iron ingots. Refining ore into ingots is a good way to build your muscles. Well, in one arm. Best to switch every now and then. Otherwise, you'll be lopsided.
Skyrimben is ugyanígy mentek a craftolások.
Go to the blacksmithing station and craft an iron dagger. Nothing fancy. You shouldn't need more than 2 iron ingots. Oh, and you'll need a style material. You can purchase them from any blacksmith, or scavenge them yourself if you're thrifty. Every race has a traditional material they work into their weapons and armor. For example, the Imperial style material is nickel. I should know. Every day in the Legion camps, I worked a pile of it. The wood elf style material is bone. Why did we get stuck with something?
Ehhez mindig kell, ugye most sikerült gyűjtenem párat.
Give it a try and see what you can manage. You can learn how to craft with another race's style material by studying racial motif books. They're quite rare, mostly held by collectors, so watch for them in your travels. Craft an iron dagger. You'll need some iron ingots and a style material. You can buy those from any blacksmith if you can't find them yourself. The trick is the style material, but I'm sure you know that. Next is deconstruction. You learn a lot when you break something into parts, even more so when it's someone else's work. Go deconstruct your dagger, or anything else really, as long as you do it at a blacksmithing station. You'll regain some components, of course, but the real trick is to deconstruct another crafter's work. You can learn far more by disassembling someone else's material than your own. It's a fancy way to say take something apart. The term originally came from Altmer poetry critiques. High elves consider their physical crafts to be forms of poetry, so it stuck. You can't know what a sword is, only what it's not, and so forth.
Ugyanígy kell a ruháknál is csinálni. Azt szétszedtem, amit ugye összeraktam.
You certainly know your way around a forge. You're a blacksmith, and let none tell you otherwise. Of course. I'll get you certified right away so you can fulfill blacksmith crafting writs immediately. Let me know if you have some time. I can train and certify you in something else. A good woodworker sees the final product before cutting the first block of wood. But I can't teach two crafts at once. If you commit yourself to the training, I'll certify you. I want to know if you can craft a maple bow. First, go harvest some rough maple. You'll refine it into sanded maple at a woodworking station. Last, you'll take the sanded maple and turn it into a maple bow. Absolutely! Bows are challenging to craft. Show me you're up to the challenge and I'll happily certify you. But first, go get me a bundle of rough maple. There's a place nearby which should have what you need. Collect an armload and return here. If there's not enough, you'll need to search for more.
Most ugye íjat tudok szerezni.
You look a bit low.
Selling, buying, trading. Right here. I am a free
Megyünk fát gyűjteni. Másfele nem lehet. Már volt egy kis adagfa, amit ugyebár már azért szedegettem, úgyhogy nem nulláról kezdem igazság szerint.
Look for rough maple in forested areas. Sometimes you'll see logs washed up on beaches. You should avoid cutting a rough maple log with a wasp nest inside. It's rather unpleasant. So are the lotions you'll need for the stings. Bring the rough
Valaki ott meghalt?
station. As long as you have enough, you can refine it into sanded maple. Return to me when you've done that, and we'll talk about crafting a maple bow.
Arra akartam rájönni, hogy hova... Ja, ide kell jönni! Jó van, ezt kerestem már mióta. Egy hiány van 20... Ó... Bakker. Megint egy csontváz ember.
Bring some rough maple to a woodworking station and refine it into sanded maple. It's easy work. I prefer to work with maple. It's reliable, plentiful, rarely full of wasps. Craft a maple bow at a woodworking station. You'll need sanded maple, also a style material. Scavenge them yourself or buy a style material from a carpenter.
There's an orc living in Dark Elf territory.
Head to the fucking... Nincsen. Komoly. Itt lesz staffot is csinálni. Meg shieldet. Jó tudni.
Craft a maple bow. Bring some sanded maple to a woodworking station as well as a style material. Carpenters sell them if you can't find any yourself. A good bow will get you far in life. Making good bows will get you farther. Excellent! Now we can talk about deconstruction. You grow as a woodworker when you disassemble your own creations, even more so with someone else's work.
Most ugye megint szét kell szedni.
I've seen everything I need to see. You're a fine woodworker with a steady hand. Certainly. You're more than qualified to fulfill woodworking crafting writs. I'll certify you immediately. There's only one more certification I can provide. If you need training, I have time.
És majdnem szintet is léptem. Most. Mégis. Kutyoli. Faanyagot keresik. Ha jól emlékszem, akkor arra találtam múltkor a fát, meg a ezért arany felé tartottam. Te erre volt, nem? Mikor találtam. Csak nem emlékszem, ugye már, hogy hol. Ott van vas. Erre kellett pedig lennie. Mindegy. Bakkel leszálltam. Azt a küldetést, amit felvettem, azért nem megyek oda még, mert azt mondta, hogy nyílt egy portál, ami lehet, hogy a élő istenekhez vezet. Hát akkor azok piszak erősek, az fejlődni kell. Nope. Nem talált.
House Telvanni, I presume. House Telvanni, the best of them all. Shall we travel together?
Okay. Szerintem azért logikusabb lenne az, hogyha fadarabot keresünk, akkor egy ilyen kidőlt rönköknél kéne lennie. Nem? van, jól emlékeztem, nem annyira még. Úgy akartam hirtelen nyomni egy mentést, aztán rájöttem, hogy online. Ja, itt vagyok. Szól a torony. Ez egy elfágos akarott lenni. Ez az ajtó, komoly. Hajjaj. Na, több cuccok. Gondolom, mit jönnek majd itt robotok meg ilyenek, amiket nem szeretek. Szóval.
Such displeasure and disappointment. Nothing works, even though every calculation is precise. Now an interruption. How infuriating. Wait. Sometimes the great gear turns from frustration to opportunity. Divine energy. I'll have you know I participated in Lord Sothesseal's 9 analyses of the exalted enigmas. But we have more important matters. I'm about to determine the correlation between color and time, and I could use another set of hands. A reciprocal exchange. Interesting, yes. I can see the benefits of such an arrangement. Very well. Just activate the crystals in the proper sequence while I modulate the energy flow. Less chance of an explosion that way. Such a waste repeating words. Activate the crystals in the proper order. It's all about colors, like a rainbow. Make a mistake and reset the mechanism using that lever, unless it explodes. You'd be surprised how often that happens.
Muszáj!
You activate the crystals. Look for pure light, not muddled. I'll modulate the energy fluctuations, make sure nothing explodes. If color confounds you, look at the shape. Fewest sides to most. But the great gear turns, so be quick, be quick.
Hát. Kitől kérjek segítséget? Oké.
You activate the crystal. Good help is as rare as the legendary Last Dwemer, but a clockwork is only as strong as its weakest cog. Just work your way up the rainbow. If the color isn't clear, examine the crystals. Start with the simplest shape and end with the most complex.
Szappari vakaranai.
but not in the proper sequence. Try again. No. Reset the mechanism and try again.
Hát azba kéne azt keresnem, hogy milyen színek kellenek, hát. Tőle nem kapok segítséget, úgyhogy valahol kell lenni a segítségnek. Van, ráadásul pont ide készítettem egy papírt meg egy tollat, úgyhogy azt mondja, hogy ideben találok hozzá instrukciót. Hát hol? Van. A kövek formáját kéne megnéznem, de hát így is, hogy a... Na, mind különböző. Nem, az nincs semmi.
Such displeasure and disappointment. Define a reciprocal. Such a.
Nem lehet menni. Semmi.
Keep going. Correct. So far, so good. Smoke instead of light. Not the reaction I was hoping for. Good start. Keep going. Correct. So far, so good. You are.
No.
No. Reset the mechanism and try again.
Vörös, sárga, zöld, kék, lila.
One more to go. Yes, I love it when the gears align. Such are the benefits of an extra set of appendages. The energy flows freely and without disruption, allowing the rods and the pistons to align in a most pleasing manner. Thank you. Now, why do you want to know about divine energy? Scent. How intriguing. I was just thinking about my former master, Sotha Seal, and the experiments we conducted. He desperately sought to understand the power he and his companions attained, especially whether or not that power was temporary. Not while I assisted him. He had a tool that he used to drain away minute bits of his own divine energy to store and study. He could extract it and return it as he saw fit. Not sure what became of the tool, but here are my notes from those days. More questions? Well, Lord Sotha Seal attributed curiosity to intellectual superiority. Suppose I should do the same. Ask, and I will attempt to tighten the cogs of your ongoing education as best I can.
Nézzétek el nekem! Olyan vihar van kint, hogy nyomja nagyon a fejem és álmosodok.
No, it was just a tool. A device crafted by Sotha Seal to aid in his endless experiments. suppose I could imagine ways to modify the device, but for what reason? Haven't a clue. Tools have a way of wandering off when you don't stay vigilant. Had a guar that used to swallow tools when I wasn't looking. Glowed for a month until the enchantment dissipated and the tool passed. Should have heard the screams. I was his apprentice, but that was years ago. Spent time working in the Clockwork City. That's what I learned about energy transference, Dwemer engineering, mechanical symmetry. Made me the dark elf I am today. I have a question. Who sent you? The Archcanon, Lord Vivek's High Priest. Suddenly the gears align. I can think of a number of reasons that Alm and V would want to know about C and his tools, but some doors just shouldn't be opened. He's the father of mysteries and the architect of time, one of the Tribunal, the three living gods of the Dark Elves. Creates all sorts of helpful and intriguing devices, like the Clockwork City. I haven't seen my old master in many years. It's a wonder and a miracle. Oh, brass tunnels, glass domes, and giant gears. He was inspired by the work of the Dwemer. The Clockwork City is pure so facile. He made it to forge the future and reshape the world. I learned a lot there.
Vissza kell térni a fővárosba.
Outlander, over here!
This requires a considerable amount of effort, so just listen. We have a problem here. Return to my office immediately.
Ja, biztos. A horgászok. Alapból megvan a horgászbot, nem kell felvenni sehonnan. Csak kell ugye csali. És szereztem is egy halat. Elsőre. Valóságban sose horgásztam. Fának örülnék, hogy egy jó íjat tudjuk csinálni.
House Halalu? House Halalu. Fair travels and good fortune.
Mi van? Ez itt mindig mások jönnek be.
What is it?
Igen. Ilyen hangok vannak itt is. Meg szerencse, hogy a ablak miatt nem hallani. Ja, erre is volt fa. Ezen a izét törődön. Bár itt sem emlékszem, hol. Egy pillanat össze. Elfelem.
I need a break.
I don't have to go, you know. I can help clean things up around here. I know how to keep a low profile.
This isn't a
Miért nem mentek már el? Most itt lesznek örökké valóságig, vagy meg?
At last. Did you see what's happening outside? Red Mountain rumbles louder and more frequently. The sky grows dark, and worst of all, the people are beginning to notice. Soon I'll have to muster the Ordinators to keep them from the palace doors. In part, Lord Vivek is not well. I won't allow his followers to see him in this state. He continues to lose energy, and it's becoming difficult for him to maintain the realm in his usual fashion. Now, what did your investigations uncover? I'll review these documents and present your findings to Lord Vivek. I was against bringing you into this investigation, but I was wrong. Thank you for aiding us. You should go see Lord Vivek now. He's been asking about you. I'll be along shortly. Very well. Tell me what you learned at each of the locations, and let's see what conclusions we can come to. Barrelzal faithfully served Sothasil. He's as loyal to the Tribunal as I am. He would never intentionally harm Lord Vivek. But that tool he mentioned. Perhaps one of the priests Vivek sent away could search the temple archives for more information. Lord Vivek doesn't want his followers to see him in such a weakened state. Only you, Canon Levuel, and myself are permitted into his palace now. Speaking of the palace, Lord Vivek wants to see you when we're done here. So your notes say, and this Saren assisted you. Interesting. Most Ashlanders want nothing to do with the Tribunal. Even so, they rarely become aggressive. I'd say this Chodala bears watching. If we can spare it, I'll send an armiger to Aldrin. Interesting theory. Perhaps Chodala's staff can steal Vivek's energy. But I have a hard time imagining how an Ashlander could accomplish such a feat. Lord Vivek said the draining has grown more intense since you left. It doesn't look well. From what you discovered, I dare say there may be a correlation between the narcotic relic and the tool Barrelzal mentioned. And it seems the Ashlander thieves are connected to Chodala. Your evidence points to a clear conclusion. So it appears. Lord Vivek's doing his best not to complain, but I can see how much the draining of his energy has cost him. Just seeing you again should improve his mood considerably. And the progress you made with your investigations, outstanding.
Hát leginkább amire koncentrálni tudtam, hogy ugye vannak papok, akiket most nem küldözget sehova ez a Lord Vivek, ne lássák őt gyengén. Akkor van valamilyen varázsló bot, amit talán segíthet, meg valami, most ez egy név, vagy csoport, ez a Chodala, az nem tudom. Megint ez a hosszú lépcső.
Stand aside! Lord Vivek is expecting me.
Lord Vivek isn't receiving visitors today.
Ja, tényleg jól le van gyengülve.
Please, let me send for aid. Perhaps one of the healers can help you.
Pain is best tolerated in private, as I have written in the 37th ballad.
There must be something I can do.
You can call the Archcanon. He should hear the news our friend brings us.
The river drains into the sea as my divinity flows out of me. Needs some work. As you can see, I continue to lose energy, and it has made me somewhat agitated. Have you made any progress toward discovering the source of my discomfort?
Ja, akkor ez egy név. Csodala.
An Ashlander? That seems unlikely, but I trust your instincts. We need to find out more about this Chodala and the ancient enemy that aids him. Take this. Another token of my appreciation. And look, here comes the Archcanon now.
My lord, the Outlander may have actually discovered something.
Szasz! Több cucc fel most már a tatyomba. Van 2 skill pontom. Így jobban tudok találni fát, király.
After further examination of the documents you brought back, I have to agree with your assessment. The Ashlander Chodala has somehow siphoned divine energy away from Lord Vivek. Not exactly. But now that we know that the affliction isn't natural, we can work toward a solution, one that probably involves Chodala's staff. How the Ashlander got his hands on Sothasil's tool and turned it into a weapon is beyond me, though. Eventually, but we need
Meg kell találnom a botot.
If Chodala is as respected as you say, attacking him would start a war we can't afford to partake in. Go to Aldrin and talk to his sister, Saren. I don't trust her either, but she worked with you before. Get to Aldrin and locate Saren. She needs to tell us more about Chodala and then help us acquire his staff. Without it, we can't restore Vivek. Meanwhile, I need to placate the populace. The people grow concerned over Vivek's continuing isolation. Didn't we cover this? Let me refresh your memory. Lord Vivek suffers stoically as his divine energy drains away. Neither my administrations nor his defenses have been sufficient to plug the hole, so we've isolated him to keep panic to a minimum.
Kaptam 10 tárhelyet, ott igaz, hogy 8-at ért, 10-et kaptam. Azt a milyen arany cuccba van, ez a bajuszos. Így úgy néz ki, mint egy huszár. Felmutat az égbe, és passz. Kicsit visszapattantam.
It'll take more than this to kill me. I need a break.
Ez egy fekete tevény jött. Hú, jesszus. Jó, messze kell mondom. Na, azért jövök vissza, hogy eladjam azt a cipőt, amit most felvettem. Meg amit... Ja, meg közé. Tényleg a vasat is ízelnem kéne. Találtam ezért is. Ebből is biztos tudok már csinálni. Ja, tudok.
Oh, don't mind the
Pedig rosszat nyomok a ló helyett. El van ez a vadász. Ott volt a fa! Jött ez a tök, ezt elkerget. Végre fa! Az is... Az a furcsa egyébként, hogy nincsen minden városban ilyen craftolós dolog, és szerintem az egy hiba. A Skyrimben minden nagy városban volt craftolós részleg. De ez pont oda kell menni? Akinél megcsináltam azt a küldetést, hogy megszerezzük annak azt a stuffot, vagy meg. Lehet, hogy arra a botra van szükségünk. Azért nem teleportáltam egyébként, mert nem akarom költeni meg itt a pénzt. Nagyon sokba kerül a teleportálás, főleg minden nagyobb szintű vagyok, egyre drágább, azt vettem észre. Ez meg idegesít így.
Outlander, quickly! This way! I've been thinking about my brother's claim that he's the Nerevarine since we last spoke. No matter how I try, the word tastes false on my tongue. And now I fear he's about to convince the wise woman that his quest for power will benefit the tribes. My brother is respected and revered. He has allies in all of the tribes, not to mention his personal Red exiles. We have to proceed with caution. Respect the Ashlander customs and traditions. Anything else will lead to violence and bloodshed. We talked to my brother. Tried to convince him this isn't the way. Barring that, We make sure the wise woman doesn't get drawn into his madness. Whatever Chodola says or does, don't attack him. We don't need a war between the houses and the Ashlanders.
Anyag, ezt én is akarnék. Ez komolyan, hogy ki kell nyitnunk a sátrat.
The wise woman. I was hoping she'd be here.
You're too late, dear sister. Despite your protestations, the wise woman has gone to the cave of the incarnate to confirm my claim.
Brother, do you really want to pursue this dangerous course?
There was a time when you gave me your unconditional support, Seren. I miss those days.
My brother Chodola is about to do something foolish and dangerous. But by dusk and dawn, Azura put you and I on the same path for a purpose. I just hope we have enough time. He's about to claim the title of the Nerevarine and try to unite the Ashlander tribes gathered here. He already convinced the Red Exiles to support him. He's using them to intimidate the other tribes. If he persuaded the Wise Woman to his cause. Wise Woman Dovrasi, the most respected counselor and spirit guide this side of Red Mountain. She went to the Cavern of the Incarnate to meditate on Chodola's claim. If she confirms my brother's assertion, the tribes will follow wherever he leads. Agreed.
A Wise Woman az nem a bölcsasszonyt jelenti.
Feel the hand of Azura in all this. Go to the Cavern of the Incarnate and talk to the Wise Woman. I'll stay here and try to keep things under control until you return. The cavern's to the northeast of Aldrin, on the other side of the mountain. Hopefully, the rumbling and lava won't slow you down too much. Get to the cavern and talk to the Wise Woman. If she accepts Chodola's claim about the Nerevarine... My brother isn't the first to believe he's Nerevar returned. All of the previous failed incarnates rest within the cavern. A statue of Azura watches over them as they await the arrival of the true Nerevarine.
Bölcsasszony, igen, azt jelenti.
Azura proclaimed that someday, Indorel Nerevar, a hero from our ancient past, would return to unite the Dark Elves and right the wrongs of Nirn. We call the returned incarnate the Nerevarine. My brother Chodola believes that he's Nerevar reborn. When Chodola became a Gulakan, a champion of our people, I supported him. When he stepped forward as Ashkan, leader of our tribe, I was at his side. But this new claim, it comes with strange powers and talk of war. I can't support those things.
Na, már ennyi lett volna igazság szerint emberek, mert mostantól a csomagot muszáj vagyok várni, nem tudom mikor érkezik. És remélem tetszett a mostani adás is. Jövő héten ugyanakkor próbálok lenni. És figyelmetekbe ajánlanék, ma délelőtt jelent meg a Top 15 kedvenc PC játékom videóm is. Aki kíváncsi, nyugodtan nézze meg. Hát hall olyan játékot tőlem, amit még ő nem hallott vagy látott, és érdekelné, kijátszaná. Addig is mindenkinek kellemes napot, kellemes hétvégét kívánok. Vigyázzatok magatokra. Sziasztok!